and there's a hole in me.
Already, we haven't even started.
Tis a
combat yet.
disaster. Hello!
What
Tricky! Ace! How are you guys doing? We're here! There's sound, there's visuals, there's everything. And I hit myself. Doesn't matter.
That's fine.
It's totally fine. It's just in my hand. So, yeah, this stream is a little like very quiet at first, and then no music but a lot of talking. That's D&D for you. Oh dear lord. Don't be careful swabbing the DM ammo. It's dangerous.
Indispensable gamer.
Dispensable, what up?
Hey.
How much does it cost to subscribe? Subscribe to what? To D&D?
It's D&D. They do have a subscription to their character creation builder program thingamajig. But other than that, I don't know, and I don't know the price of that.
I don't know. But you guys are here too. See there, playing around with the bots. It's a whole dispensable, still king of the hill. I have added a lot of new ranks, so some things will have changed there. I can climb the ranks in the fleet, but you can never get my rank. Streamer privilege. Haha. So we are here to play D&D once more. I have totally lost count of what episode we're at, but it's a lot. Probably in the 30s somewhere. I will be... Episode, I don't even know.
It is episode 28.
I live
29.
nowhere near Amsterdam, Ace. I live very much more to the south, like bordering the Belgian border. That threw me off. Right. Last time on Rats in the Basement, we did not come to a very full decision on what we were going to do with our predicament we got ourselves into. But we did decide that we wanted that orb that everyone was talking about. And so we set on our way to do that. And we left the city. We encountered a couple of Blue Star people who said that now that the Baron is dead, oops, there's a war brewing again because he was the one that kept that war from happening. And we kind of dispensed ourselves of him. And, well, not really knowing what to do with that information, we kept going. And we went to a town up a hill, I think, against a mountain. I don't even know. I was not feeling very well. I didn't get a lot of that. Where we encountered ghosts on a bridge and ghosts in a town and ghosts in a temple. And that was from the dwarf god whose name I've forgotten. Looking at
really matter.
DM and Haystack there.
His name is Var.
Var. That's
There you go.
And he said that there was something below the temple that was causing a lot of not so good stuff. Hey, Haystack, not Haystack, Yolder wanted to investigate. And we followed him into the, well, basement, pretty much. No rats, a lot of basement. There were a lot of undead there. And a purple crystal that we shattered. And a ring. And signs of something to do with Hood and or Lord Castor, but we didn't quite figure that out yet. And now, after defeating a lot of undead and crushing that crystal, we went to explore further over here and encountered, well, Yoda apparently, but
Encounter
a ghost that did not attack us and kind of just stared at us, and that's where we left. And hey, Nicholas! Hope you're doing better, sir. How are you? And Ace, I'm very happy to see you again. The stream has been doing quite well, and my second Twitch anniversary is coming up. Much hype. Much hype! 2 years! Dispensable. Alright, so chatting with chat will mostly be done through chatting, typing in chat again, and we will be playing our encounter with Yoda now.
Yoda.
Also,
Let's go to Dagobah.
before we begin, my chat is open as well.
Oh, I forgot that, sorry.
On this channel. Yeah, that chat is open.
I will help you there, Astral.
King Astral, sir, thank you. I shall kick your character, Mr. MLN. No, but my channel is
that channel.
The chat where new players enter, and you can talk about, you know, the world, the story, the stuff, the thingies, if you want to share some ideas or talk about things that are happening or anything of the sort. There you go.
There you go.
The ghost is looking at you guys.
I almost called Hilder Hakon.
Well, they both start with an H.
Yeah. Didn't Hilder just like walk through him?
Yep. Trip through him, actually.
Got ghost aids now.
I will zoom in on the artwork here for a second to give people an idea.
It is truly touching.
Hilder tripped through the ghost. The ghost looked back at Hilder and then looked back at you guys. And I don't know if I described the ghost previously, but he is a old man with robes. And yeah. That is what you see.
Oh no, a
I-
ghost.
What ghost? I don't see a ghost.
Obviously, you see a ghost if you turn around.
But I'm not turning around.
Do you keep on walking?
Kyle, did you say that in character?
Say what?
Oh, a ghost.
You should have been able to tell by my by the tone of my voice that no, I didn't say that in character.
Then I keep walking.
You've come at a crossroads.
Anna does.
Then I turn around. What is it?
You see Anna through a ghost.
Oh. I didn't see you there, Mr. Ghost.
He just looks at Hilder and then looks back at the group, at the rest of the group.
I was hoping he'd say something.
What business do you have being so stealthy in this hallway?
What business do you have tripping through this hallway?
I'm
It's
a clumsy
sassy
dwarf.
ghost. It's at least level 3.
Let's skip all the formalities. Or rather, let's not skip all of them. Who are you?
My name is Amaradon. What is yours?
I am Hjolder. The greatest warrior dwarf in all this land.
The greatest warrior that trips through a ghost. Perfect.
Didn't say I have perfect balance.
I feel safer already.
You're a ghost.
Yes.
It's a sentient
Uh,
ghost. Self-aware.
So, what makes a ghost like yourself um, stay around these parts or come around these parts?
It is the magic that we placed here ourselves.
Did 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 you make all these undead?
No. Not the ones that have been attacking you.
But you do make undead.
No. Unfortunately. Or he doesn't say unfortunately. No. I do not. Then
Okay.
you'll have to talk to my friend. Which you don't want to do.
What magic did you use in this place?
We used 2 purple crystals in order to keep the undead contained. One is lodged in the ceiling of this crypt. The other is lodged in the ring of one of my fallen comrades.
So we just have to.
Let's just release all doom upon the earth. Or Middle Earth.
Let me tell you what happened here.
Story time.
Since obviously you are here for a reason, and I would assume that you are here for the same reason as all these other adventurers that you have now vanquished. You see, my name, or no, he already says name. You see, I was friends with a few mages from my old magic school. And we were bound on studying magic in all its facets. And one of us was very, very fond of the study. And he couldn't stop studying. And he kept on studying. And as we grew older, he started to worry that he could never ever, or that he could not study for all eternity. So eventually he turned to necromancy in order to prolong his own life and to keep his studies going. At first, he did not succeed. He couldn't raise a single corpse to life or any of the sort, and we were glad, for necromancy is a foul art. But it was then that he found a particular orb that somehow strengthened his powers and his connections. And he was not only able to prolong his own life, but also raise the dead from the village that we settled in. And me and the other friends decided we should stop him. And so we crafted these crystals in order to contain his powers. He found out that we were crafting these crystals, and eventually he battled us. Most of us died, except for one, who was able to protect this village and create a shield of fog around it, magical fog, that allowed no undead creature ever to leave this village in order to protect the surrounding lands from a invasion of some sort. As we were sure that once he knew he was able to raise an army, our friend would invade the land and turn more people into undead. Unfortunately, me, myself, and Bothar did not survive. My body was lost, and I am a ghost in these crypts, and Bothar is buried in these crypts. And I assume that you have somehow heard of this orb and came here to seek it. Well, you have seen what fate other adventurers suffered whilst seeking this orb.
So, is the orb in this tomb?
No.
Okay.
The orb is with Resenthal in his mansion, which is the friend I spoke of. And he is beyond anyone's capabilities.
But not I.
That's
I will
what they all
smite
said.
thee.
Did
And
you
yet they all
say
ended
that
here, attacking other adventurers who came here.
the orb keeps someone alive?
Orb raises the dead. I was only half listening, so I'm kind of. I think this
Well,
is what happened.
Is that could not
Orb
only
raises the
prolong his
dead.
own life but also raise the dead, so it prolongs life?
His own life.
There are two, as far as we know.
Thirsty Doge.
I have not been able to research the orb extensively, but as far as we know, there are two sides to the orb. One of life and one of death. If Resenthal was able to master both, we are in more trouble than we realized. Fortunately, Resenthal is asleep right now. But the orb also comes with a price, the power of the orb.
What
And
is that price?
And it is that the wielder of the orb, once he or she uses the power, will fall asleep until mortal flesh once again touches it.
So, Risenthal is asleep until another human or humanoid that's living touches the orb.
Yes.
Is that
Not only humanoids.
well, yeah. But
Is
hold on.
he's guarding it for himself then?
We do not know. We have been bound to this script ever since we casted the spells.
Does he have... Do you know if he has harmful intentions with the orb himself? Were he awake? Or when you knew him, back when?
As far as we know, his intentions were to raise the undead. But we all have heard the stories of people going mad with power. One of our own of the group, who also survived somehow, or is dead, we don't know his fate. But he managed to steal some secrets and slip away.
Did he happen to have an owl like this? Folkshoot.
I don't know, but his name was Castor.
That would be a yes. Why am I not surprised? I can assure you he is alive.
That pleases me.
Anna turns away to hide her sour expression, piling on the salt.
I
It's a
hope my
limestone
good friend is
cavern that
doing
we're
well.
So, how does he use the orb if he's asleep? It just keeps him alive indefinitely while he's sleeping?
That is our guess, yes. Well, we do know that since we heard, since I heard, I don't think Bothar can hear in his corpsely form, but since I heard, since I am bound to this crypt, I only hear what is outside, and there was a group of adventurers that did manage to sneak into the mansion of Resenthal and take the orb for themselves. And what I heard was not pleasant in the slightest. As I heard the footsteps of running outside, and then the screaming, and the rise of these corpses, of their corpses. Or at least some sort of foul magic. I merely assume that Resenthal killed them for stealing the orb, because Resenthal cannot leave this place, as he is still bound by the fog as long as both crystals are whole.
Melgar sticks up one hand.
It's a good thing both those crystals are doing okay.
What if
Bluff
one
check.
gets crushed?
That is why we made two. You can never be too safe.
Yeah, but what if one gets crushed?
That will weaken,
Hypothetically speaking.
that will weaken the magic, and the villagers who are above will rise.
Oh yeah.
Well, we made these crystals to safeguard the villagers' peace of body and soul. But these that you have probably, I assume, fought in the crypts were adventurers from outside. They were not affected by the magic, and thus their bodies were animated once they entered this village. If one crystal did get crushed, it means that the bodies of the villagers would probably be animated.
Melgar takes out its axe.
Should a second crystal be crushed, their souls would be animated as well.
You say that one of the crystals is in a ring.
Yes.
That can be taken away. Do you have any inkling what happens when that ring leaves the village?
It cannot leave the village as long as either one of the crystals is still whole.
That's a good failsafe. Don't want the animated adventurers to walk out with it. She doesn't look at the ghost as she says that. No bluff rules.
Quick, Kyle, go super glue that crystal back together.
We've done this before.
Let me just
Alright, we just
find some water.
Here you go.
some blue crystal dust. Well, I guess we know what we have to do. Now, can I have the ring? Totally out of character.
Okay, there. Just in case. Totally honest.
um, where would the mansion be in the town?
Up
It's
the hill.
the big one.
The
We
big
saw
one?
it.
There is
Okay.
a fenced gate with fog behind it.
We were on our way there and then got sidetracked by a church and a door.
What is a church?
In a dwarf.
Is that a building from your land?
It is a holy religious building. From
I
who
believe those are
knows
called.
what's in.
I believe those are called temples.
What a grammar goes.
Sassy ghost.
I have never heard of churches before.
Okay, well, any tips on how to get into the mansion, or possibly kill Rosenthal?
Getting in isn't the problem.
But pulling out is.
Well, he'll probably be awake and not happy that we tried to take his orb.
He's not awake at the moment.
No, the getting out part.
Or are we able to kill him while he's sleeping? Or does the orb keep him alive even though, like, even through mortal wounds?
I have no idea how his powers are tied to the orb. As I said, there's not a lot of research you can do from within a crypt in a ghostly form where you can no longer grab physical objects like books that might contain information about certain orbs.
Books are trouble anyways, man. You don't even want to go down that
Yeah.
alley.
My mom was killed by a book. They're real
Condolences for your loss.
Jar.
Here's a wild idea. We could smash the orb.
Yeah,
Or just drop it.
but we can't touch it. Once we find it, we have to smash it. We can't touch it. Because then Rosenthal will come awake.
Yeah, but you can just drop it, right? You just push it with something.
And it kind of whispers, guys, his friend is here. Well, you were friends, right? Are you still friends?
I wouldn't consider myself a friend of one who uses the unholy arts to prolong his life and raise the dead,
That is a good point.
keep them from their peace and rest. I would say get rid of Rosenthal, but not even us five could do it. I'm even counting right.
Well, maybe us five could.
Us four could do it. Sorry.
He lost his
Not
ability to count when he was
Not
dead
even
for so long.
Linus, Castor, Bothar, and me combined could do it. I am sorry, but
Well-timed quote, Guppy.
I am sorry, but many adventurers came here and failed. I have lost all hope.
Okay. Well, we will try our best to avenge this town and put it to
To run away.
rest. We're gonna run away?
What? Yeah. What?
Also, before we leave, I want to let you know that everything is perfectly fine in that back room over there. There's no need to go over there, okay?
Everything is perfectly fine as long as the fog exists. Then no undead creature can leave.
Okay. Well, we're gonna leave now.
That would be my advice.
Okay, and we head up down the path up to the temple. Then
For
to the-
reference, we have not been up here yet last time, if anybody cares.
Yeah, that's
there
the
a
only
reason?
place you haven't explored yet fully.
Through the ghost.
Is there? We know what we have to do. Is there any reason